All right, I just realized we are back to a Twitch stream, so okay, that is muted. But all right, so next up we do have New Gen. Definitely, I remember the last time I commentated you. I believe you are more on the beginner duck hunt side, but I definitely know that this isn't your first time here. So definitely kind of interested to see what things you've applied. Fortunately, I can't remember any specific habits that you had that I told you about. But I imagine as we go along, we'll figure it out from there. So it looks like it's going to be Younglink. Got that correct? Let me bring him up. And, of course, the training music. So yeah, real quick, Youngling Duck Hunt, pretty similar characters, like, and how they want to like control things. It's just that like Youngling's more focused on controlling things with arrows and zones with Boomerang, where Duck Hunt's puppeting with Can and then controlling the ground with Gunman. So the way that you do control space is very different, but like they're both small characters that are hard to hit and generally are going to kill pretty late. Youngling has better kill confirms for the most part, and it's definitely a lot safer on shield, which are the two big advantages that he has. But like we do have a lot more range than Young Link does, and that does actually help out quite a bit. Unlike regular Link, you can hit his nair pretty easily. And then even down air, you can anti-air fairly easily too, as long as you're aiming for hit 3. So those moves aren't really too much of an issue to deal with. So air to air, Duck Hunt's generally going to win those exchanges. Unless like you happen to trade with Fair, but that's kind of rare. And then of course Young Link can juggle really well up air, but you know, you shouldn't be in that situation too often. And then you do have way more control of how Youngling's projectiles work, because you have the gunman to absorb bombs and boomerangs, and then like even Can, like he can try to hit that, but as long as you're like consciously aware of what he's trying to do, you can manipulate where his projectiles can really influence areas, and that does help a lot. So further ado, let's check out what's going on. Oh, is this just a button check? I'm guessing that was a button check. Otherwise, it's like, yeah, he just kind of gave you a free lead. I'm very surprised that I got able to get that clay pigeon to work. I honestly thought that bomb was going to blow up when you hit him. Like, wow, good read. Good stuff. And the other thing, too, that's really nice is, like, at least when you went for that clay pigeon, you were aware that the boomerang was coming in. So, technically, you still could have gotten the hit, and the boomerang would have just probably increased how quickly you would have gotten out of hits done. But, you know, you're very conscious of everything that's going on screen so far. That's good to see. Okay, yeah. So, just pressing your shield. Honestly, not too scary to get the grab by Young Link, but he can kill you with forward throw, and you get some combos off of his down throw. But, you know, nothing too much to worry about. So, not bad to hold shield against him. And then if you get him to a point where he feels comfortable for going grabs, if you spot dodge it, then you can hard punish him for going for the tethers. Yeah, you're doing what you need to do. Stay safe behind the gunman. His projectiles can't really do much to you. And, like, you're just kind of controlling, like, the entire pace of what he can do in neutral, too. Yeah, so he was going for a pretty easy read on his end. So that worked out pretty nicely. Good job of playing it safe. Really good job of just sharking underneath the platforms. It's just you could be doing a little bit of a better job of your Can covering the platforms themselves. That's, like, kind of the one thing I'm noticing lacking at the moment. Yeah, a little bit too far away to get that punish on that grab if you weren't ready for it. Something to keep in mind, if you're fighting Young Link, he's going to die off the top earlier. So if you're able to link that up air, it's going to be the better one to go off of Clay Pigeon. But obviously, if you're next to the side, go for the back air. I actually did enough damage. Yeah, good that you jumped away there, because he was probably trying to scout you out with a fair. And keep in mind, if you have to deal with somebody with coming down, if you're landing and there's somebody with a projectile, Gunman's going to absorb the projectile. So that's kind of the better option to go for. So, real quick, if Young Link whiffs an up smash, your optimal thing to go for is going to be Clay Pigeon, so you're not putting yourself at risk, and the multi-hits probably aren't going to break it, so you're going to get like a free confirm off of that. Aw, man, you weren't ready to punish that. That's not safe on shield in the slightest. Yeah, good punish from him. Okay, I like that you went for the Nair. Good stuff. A little bit risky what you went for. Like, the Young Link definitely had a lot of ways to deal with it, but he wasn't ready to deal with it at the moment. Yeah, make sure you go for fair at, like, the... After... If it's not 0%, fair is probably the one that you want to go for. Especially against a light character. Really good setup there, but you weren't watching your opponent. Wow, that was risky. Yeah, see, that's why it's not bad to go for Clay Pigeon in those instances, because, like, Fire Arrows just immediately take you out of, like, any end lag that you would have, and you're just basically able to get, like, a free punish off of it. Or, like, it just makes the move a lot safer. Good stuff. Okay, you had the right idea there with cornering him. Don't forget to throw out your gunman. Because, like, the thing is right now, you don't have any projectiles. You don't have anything to prevent you from getting hit by projectiles right there. So you want to throw a gunman out here while you're moving the can closer to him. Yeah, see you there. Now you've got, like, the safety against that. Yeah, remember, if he's hitting the can, you don't want to be near it. That's an up air. There we go. Good stuff. That was really solid. Yeah, just make sure that you're doing more option coverage with the platforms up on top. So generally speaking, you want to do you just like want to have your cannon areas where you're not covered with the dog. That'll work out better for you. So you had a pretty good sandwich there, but you weren't applying enough pressure. If I see it again, I'll kind of point it out. Oh, yeah. No, always will be watching the sky. So, like, right there in that instance, like, you have to remember, like, air to air, you're going to beat out Young Link unless, like, you trade with his down air. So just, like, approach him from the side and just hit him. Not really a reason to just, like, let him land for free. Yeah, it's going to hit you. And see, that's kind of like the nice thing about fighting Young Link is just because his range is so low, it's a little bit easier to, like, just kind of get around. That was not safe at all. Like you actually had free reign to grab him right there. Because down air is... God, it doesn't show it right here. Let me bring up the ultimate calculator real quick. Yeah, no, you're definitely playing it a lot better if you were struggling. And then, let's see. Realistically, it's going to be like 4 frames. So, like, on average, it's probably going to be like -14 on shield. And then at most generous, it's -11, so you can grab that. Good catch. Okay. It's like, in this case, I would have used up air just because, like, continuing the juggle on Young Link would have been a bit better. But, you know, still able to get in the hit. It's not bad. Unless, like, you're trying to leave up air for the move that you want to use to kill him, then that makes sense to do. Also, keep in mind, if Young Link doesn't fast fall when he does down air, like he bounces, you can do back air, forward air, or nair out of shield and punish him for it. It's not safe. Also, yeah, like, use your gunman more. Like, there's no reason you should be getting harassed by this many projectiles. Yeah, just please use your gunman. Like, there's no reason for you to jump and do all these things to avoid all of that. Like, this is fake pressure. You're just letting him do this. Yeah, unfortunately, the hitbox, the hurt box for a clay pigeon starts in front of you, so that's not something you really want to use against a landing opponent if you're right next to them. Yeah, and yeah, I'm seeing a huge lack of gunmen to control his projectiles. You really need to use that. Like, right there would be a good time. Yeah, this is a pretty hard one to get it on, but I don't know how I actually got all that. Oh, that was really close. Yeah, sometimes it can be a little bit hard to tell when it's going to go through or not. But that's something to keep in mind, is that fire arrows, because he uses so often, they steal really easily, and it'll take 2 fire arrows to kill gunmen, and the same will apply to clay pigeon as well. So you can actually use fire arrows as like a free way to get a clay pigeon on him. But yeah, no, good stuff right there too. Just really make sure that you have that. Started playing wrong. Gotcha. Oh, this is just friendlies. Okay. Just got that. Yeah, be very careful about hitting it. Like, again, if you hit the can the second that a projectile hits it, it can blow up on you. Also, let me see. Oh, this might be a hard one to get. Let me see if I can do this real quick. Okay. So let's talk about this little setup real quick. Okay, so what you want to do here, the can is going to cover roll behind. Spout dodge in place, not going to really do much. You want to keep duck hunt right here, just because if he rolls in, you can like land with fair, and then that will lead into a grab. You F throw them, and then that goes, you do dash attack, you ping the can so that hits them, and then you'd be able to do an up air chain and extend that off the platform. So keep in mind this setup. Can behind your opponent, you over here, you want to cover like the roll distance, and then if he pushes forward, you just like jump back a little bit and you hit them with fair. Really, really strong setup that duck hunt has. Again, yeah, lack of gunmen to really control the projectiles. That's the other thing too. Remember, if they hit the gunman, they're stuck in hit lag longer, so it's much easier to punish them. Yeah, again, in that case, that was good that you didn't throw out Gunman there just because he was so close to you. So you actually played that really safe. Yeah, don't jump to the boomerang. You actually had like a free approach off of that, just because the boomerang is going to follow Young Link, so it'd actually go up. So if you were in on the ground, there's actually no chance for it hitting you. You're also not watching his fire arrows at all. Like you're just kind of trying to hit the can when he's trying to hit the can too, and that wasn't something that you were doing earlier. Okay, good that you jumped there, because like he probably would have broken your shield otherwise. Nah, yeah. Now, all you had to do was hold shield there, wait for him to attack, and then have the can come against you. Because, like, Young Link's not going to grab you and kill you. Like, he has no physical way to do that from that position. You weren't ready for him landing on stage. Yeah, like, just keep in mind the trajectory that they have when they do directional air dodge, and you'll find your punishes much easier. Also, you can just jump. Like, you don't have to worry about that bomb. Yeah, watch your timing on when you're trying to move can off stage 2. Keep in mind, like, what would be the best option for it. That was really cool. It was worth it not to kill him early just so you could get that cool-looking kill. Yeah, okay, there we go. Now we have the gunman. Now you can see fire arrows are stale, so you can clay pigeon through it like that. Yeah, see, that's the thing. You're not keeping track that you can just clay pigeon through fire arrows now. Because if you do, you'll know that it's literally a free automatic clay pigeon punish on him at that point. Even against Boomerang, wow. But the Boomerang is a little bit different, though, because like Boomerang is always going to be able to break it. Like, you're able to just get the clank hit. Okay, good movement right there. Ooh, don't go for the risk. Yeah, good setup there. Yeah, you got a little bit too caught up in the roll read. You were watching the opponent after a certain amount of time. You just noticed he moved and then you went for F tilt. Yeah, it's gonna hit him. Yeah, you have to realize he doesn't have that much landing lag on down air. It's just that if it's on shield, it's not safe. So you need to be able to call out the down air early. It's just that it's super telegraphed. Oh man, you actually could have punished him with the can there. I'm surprised you didn't go for the platform pressure. Yeah, you tried to read an air dodge in there. So don't blame me for like that little movement there, but now you're running a little bit haphazardly. You're not playing for the projectile safety. There we go. Oh. Yeah, let me check the safety on his jab. I don't know if that's actually safe or not. Like, I know if it's not space, it's definitely not safe, but... Yeah, actually, his gentleman is negative 25, so you can actually just run up and punish him. And then, yeah, you weren't paying attention. That's pretty much it for that one. So yeah, if it goes longer than 5 games, we'll cut it off at 5 games. So I love that Squidward with the French fries actually the logo for this stream. That's kind of funny. Yeah, during that time, he actually had like enough time to throw a can out there to just like kind of interrupt his whole edge guard over there. But it would have required you to do like some more manipulation on your part of where you were. Oh, do not land on stage. Yeah, like that was the one way that you were going to die. Ooh, now you got something good. Yeah, you could have done a little bit more after that that fair from that clay pigeon, but you just had to be a little bit more on top of him. But resetting and getting a new setup isn't a bad idea either. Yeah, if you don't feel confident in your clay pigeon chains, that's fine. That's why you don't challenge up smash. You just clay pigeon it. Oh man, you weren't confident in the hit there. You could have had the kill on him. Also, that's the reason why you want to shield on top of the ledge there, is when he does decide to do the up B there, or the cans there, if you shield there, then it'll blow him up. And if he's really unlucky, he'll stage spike him. Most of the time it won't, but it can happen. Oh, good catch. Run the jewels. Definitely not run the jewels. Run the jewels is pretty fresh, though. Yeah. Kind of messed up your pressure there. You just had a shark underneath the platform. You would have been fine. Really risky, but at least you caught him. No! Oh, you could have ran off and aired him. Okay, that was still cool. You covered it yourself. So, if you see them air dodge, just like run off and hit them. Like, don't second guess it. Just learn to do that. It'll improve your edge guard game a lot. And most of the time, you're going to have to use strong air or down air. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So far, you're doing a pretty good job of at least pressuring him while you're keeping him juggled. Unfortunately, yeah, you weren't ready for the can hit. Yeah, the way that you're doing it, like, there's no way that he wouldn't have gotten hit by that. Remember, if he goes for up smash or up B, you can clay pigeon that, but you just need to be quick about it. Yeah, don't be risky. Wow, that was really good by him. Yeah, definitely had a way where you could have made it back with, like, by summoning the cannon and all that stuff too, but he also just went deep super early. So you could have actually just, like, you could have actually just gone high and gotten around that. There we go. Good stuff. But you know, I mean, overall, you kind of adapted. You adapted really well to the fire arrows. Like, you were consistently getting those punishes on there. You were playing Battlefield pretty good. Like, you're covering the platforms nicely, but you could have done a bit more on that. So that's kind of like the main thing that you need to work on. Just focus on like having like the can pressure there proper, and then you know, your ledge traps could use a little bit of work, but you're very aware of your surroundings. At least when you got them on the ledge. You do need to watch your opponent a little bit more. There's a couple of times where I can tell you're not doing that. And there we go. Now that you have this gunman, he legitimately can't get around you. And that was a free... That right there, like when that gunman was just like down and like he was just sitting behind it, that was your chance to approach him for free and get a free fair. Because him charging that arrow is never going to hit you. And he didn't realize that. Yeah, that's super committal. Like, when you're fighting Young Link, the best times to, like, really use that Clay Pigeon is against Fire Arrows, Up Smash, and then the Up B. Also down there if you got a good read on the drift that he's doing, too. Like, there's a lot of moments where you basically have a confirm on him with it. Oh, why did you ping that to yourself? That was bad. There we go. Good stuff. You could have done a second Clay Pigeon to get the kill. Like, to have been double Clay Pigeon to up air. Ooh. Oh, what are you going for here? Oh, okay. You got the whiff on it. Okay, good catch right there. He's at a percentage where you can up throw and kill him now, so... Oh, wow. He just DI'd that way. You got lucky on that. Caught the dash. Yeah, always remember, Young Link's generally not going to be grabbing too often unless, like, he can kill you with F-throw. Just because, like, his attacks are so safe. So this is good. Get my count. Okay, yeah. No, I can definitely see that work paying off. It's like, you're getting better. It's definitely a work in progress, though. Oh, that was a good call out by him. Definitely could have gotten around it because, like, from that point, as long as you had your double jump, you could recover from that deep as duck hunt. Yeah, so if you're ready to cut, like, that up throw at that percentage was, like, the perfect height to get him to the top platform, but it seemed like you weren't really aware of that. I always hate that when that happens. Attack was strong enough to just cancel it out. Okay, right idea. Yeah, that Clay Pigeon was, like, way too late for anything to work there. Aw, yeah, you had the punish there. You just didn't believe. Just be a little bit more patient on the ledge. Good catch. Yeah, just focus on playing safe. That's not safe. Just focus on playing safe. Get your gunman out so then that way you can just, like, absorb. Oh, God, that was risky. Just so you can absorb the projectiles and then you'll be good from there. Because the other thing you need to remember is this. When the projectiles hit the gunman, it stales the projectiles. So anytime that he's doing that, he's making those moves weaker. So that's the other reason why you want to have gunman out as much as possible. Ah. Not the wrong idea. It was just bad execution. Yeah, it looks like you're trying to catch an air dodge in there, but you had to wait a little bit regardless. You threw that out way too early. Oh. All right. I guess we'll call it there then. So, yeah, no, really good stuff. I can definitely see I can definitely see a lot of your improvements that are coming through. Because, like, from what I remember, you were definitely playing more at a beginner level the first time I saw you, unless I'm mixing you up with somebody else. But no, this was super solid. Like, this was good Dawangthang gameplay. You knew how to option coverage. You understood the scaling with the Clay Pigeon, so you're getting those things. And the bigger thing is just you needed more of that gunman out to make your neutral a bit safer. That was, like, the one part of the matchup that you weren't doing too often, but you did it often enough that it was helping you a lot when you're doing it. And then a little bit more improvement on the Clay Pigeon combos, but obviously Wi-Fi safety. Excuse me. I don't really blame you for doing the Clay Pigeon combos to be as safe as possible on Wi-Fi. Just that's really the only way you'll be super consistent with that. And then your platform coverage is good, but it could be better. So just remember, Can covering one area, you cover the other, and then you'll get that more consistently. For the most part, you're just covering it with Duck Hunt by himself. That's kind of the main issue I'm seeing. Okay, yeah. So, you know, if you decide not to do it with your Wi-Fi matches, that's 100% okay. Like, the only one that it's really worth doing, even if it's on Wi-Fi, is, like, the big bodies. But, like, you know, the Wi-Fi can really mess up your Clay Pigeon combos because it's pretty tight execution. But big bodies, the execution's not tight at all. But yeah, no, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them right now. And if not, feel free to hit me up on the Discord at any time at all.